So you're saying I should get 88 smithing for an adamant plate body by buying 225,000 ores from the shop on Jatiszo and smithing them all only using the furnace and anvils in rellekker?
Well, yeah.
You don't know who you're talking to. Welcome back to Rellekker Xtreme, one chunk where we complete all the tasks in a chunk before randomly rolling a new one. Currently I am in Jatiszo and so far I have spent close to 300 hours here killing over 7,000 ice trolls, mining 15,000 iron ore with an iron pickaxe and smithing close to 100,000 ores into steel plate bodies. Now there's really only one goal left to go for, and as you might have guessed from the intro, it is the adamant plate body at 88 smithing, which is another 150,000 ores away. So let's get to it. By the way, I used maybe 4 days of my time and like at least 50% of my sanity and most of my editing and blender skills that I have to create that animation that you saw in the intro. So if you liked it, please click the like button, subscribe to the video, you know, all the YouTube stuff, so we can get that seen by as many people as we can. Because I really want people to see it, because I used a lot of time on it, I guess. But anyways, we are getting the first level of the video right around here. Maybe one steel plate body, not adamant, just steel. There we go. Steel plate body, level 78 smithing, 10 more levels to go. We can now make adamant square shields, crystal bows, crystal halberds and such. But the adamant square shield is our best in slot ranging shield, because it does not give a negative ranging bonus. Imagine that. But yeah, moving on to the next smithing level, 10 more to go and we are done here and can roll a new chunk. How exciting is that? As you can see here, my method is still making 2 steel plate bodies every 2 trips and 1 steel plate body, 1 steel plate legs, and dropping the 9th steel bar every 2 trips, so that we are getting 3 steel plate bodies and 1 set of steel plate legs every 2 trips, which is, I think, the perfect ratio to do this stuff. Here we go, 2 steel plate bodies done, and that is level 79 smithing. We can now make adamant warhammers and Shazian helms. No best in slot tasks updated there. But next level is gonna be 80, and that is gonna be a big one. And here we go, level 80 smithing, and can you imagine it is in the same day as the 79 smithing, which is quite rare from now on. I think these levels are taking like at least a day, maybe 2 days per level from now on. So yeah, it's quite slow going. 80 smithing, a beautiful milestone. Unfortunately, no chunk tasks here. The next one is going to be adamant chain body at 81. And then I think adamant plate legs and the ADDY plate body are the only ones that we have left after this. And here we are again, 9 more steel bars to go. And we have 81 smithing right there. Adamant chainmail bodies unlocked. That is a best in slot ranging body armor, because as with the square shield it does not give a negative ranging bonus, unlike the plate mails do. So let's go ahead and make one, and that is another chunk task done. Here we go, on the anvil that shines the light, or the light shines onto the anvil, I suppose. But there we go, an adamant chainmail body, a chunk task done, and it looks absolutely fucking sick, I must say. And comparing to the mithril plate body that was our previous best in slot body armor, this is actually quite a bit better in a lot of different ways. Mainly the crush bonus, plus 23 defense in the crush department. As you know, I killed over 7,000 ice trolls and those deal crush damage, so this would have been very nice for that. But then again, I needed the money from the trolls to make this smithing run happen, so you give some, you lose some. But anyways, we have a new best in slot ranging body slot, and it actually goes pretty well with the rest of our quote-unquote best in slot ranging gear, meaning the green Fremnik skirt and boots and gloves. But well, you know, it is not a green D-hat body or anything, but it will do for now. And with that steel plate body, that is 82 smithing, very nice level for other accounts, adamant kite shields, the salad plate and the bofa. For me, it is not impactful in any way. The adamant kite shield is not a best in slot even remotely close because we have the granite shield, which is our best in slot. But if I was a normal Ironman, I would be pretty happy about making a bofa. Obviously not on this account for another 25 years maybe. And we have a nice lamp here that is going, of course, into agility 270 XP. Only 3 more levels, and we have the ability to use the bike in Kellgrim if we want to train some agility in the future. Today's fun Jatiszo fact has to deal with the Fremnik Isles quest, which is strikingly full of memes, popular culture references, and some real history as well. One part of the quest which I haven't gotten access to just yet has the player collecting taxes from the fair townsfolk of Jatiszo. However, if you attempt to tax the tramp Eric, he will just throw a cabbage at you. But the cool thing is that the cabbage is actually a real item and is added to your inventory. Similarly, attempting to tax the banker will result in a conversation where the banker retaliates by taxing you 10 GP per transaction, which the player obviously refuses, although it would be quite the gold thing for Jagex to tax bank transactions. Any J-mods in the chat, you didn't hear that. Lastly, some of the taxes you are collecting are based on real historical taxes, namely the window and the beard tax. The window tax was a real property tax based on the number of windows in 18th and 19th century England, France and Ireland, and some houses from the period can still be seen with bricked up window spaces to avoid the tax. The beard tax was a tax instituted by Peter the Great in 1698 Russia in an effort to bring the Russian society in line with Western European models, and is also depicted in the TV series The Great, which is, by the way, a fantastic show that I encourage you to watch. Alright, enough rambling about taxes, let's get back to the video. Good morning, it is time for yet another smithing level. Beautiful 83 smithing, really nothing here. Chasing plate but is 4, doesn't affect us any way, and I guess for adamant we also unlock adamant claws, which we cannot obviously do. But that is only 5 more levels until 88, which means that I am happy. It means that I actually might be able to finish this grind in this video, hopefully. I think like 8 or 10 days more. I tried to sweat so hard yesterday to get this level, but no, this is for today. 84 smithing. Adamant 2-handed swords doesn't really affect us in any way. We actually have that rune 2-handed sword that we got from a mystery event. The mystery box random event? What am I talking about? Anyways, that means that the next unlocks are 86 smithing for adamant plate legs and 88 smithing for adamant plate bodies, so there's nothing more in the way. And I guess, well, next level we get access to rune smelting, but we don't have any rune luckily at the moment. In the future we might have some runite, so we'll see about that. Alrighty, it is time for a massive milestone, level 85 smithing right there. You can now smelt runite ore, make rune daggers, members can make sigils, the blessed spirit shields, infernal pickaxes, chasing gloves 5 and ursine chain maces. Holy shit, what a level. But that means in the future, if we roll a chunk with a runite ore, that is a 99 smithing requirement. Luckily, not yet. But maybe in the future. 340,000 XP for the next level. That is pretty daunting, but 3 more levels and we are free from Jatiszo. It is time for another chunk task, the second to last in this chunk. 86 smithing right there, and that means we can now make adamant plate axes, adamant plate skirts, and actually rune axes if we had rune at all. That is pretty damn sick. Yeah, that is the second to last chunk task that we need to do. Adamant plate legs are best in slot melee legs, so let's go ahead and make those as well. 3 adamantite bars made into plate legs, and there we go. The best in slot melee pants that we can get in Jatiszo. Adamant plate legs acquired. By the way, do not look at my dad body, I am quite sensitive about that stuff. But anyways, those are quite a bit better than the mithril plate legs, plus 9 in all defense bonuses. So That's some sort of an upgrade at least. But yeah, 2 more levels, 1 more chunk task, and then we are rolling a new chunk. The longest level is behind me. Here we go, 87 smithing, 1 more level, my man. Rune Maces, Chasing Boots 5. I wonder why the Chasing stuff is so high, smithing levels, I can't understand that. But anyways, 1 more level of 413k XP, that is horrifying. But I did already buy and bank all of the ores needed for this last level, so I only need to smith everything, maybe like 22 hours or something, and we are completely done with Jatiszo. If I had like a Dwarven Stout, then I could, you know, skip this level. And, well, if I had access to Keldagrim, I could buy the Dwarven Stouts. But then again, if I had access to Keldagrim, I wouldn't be doing Rellekker Furnace. I would be doing Blast Furnace, which is like 25 times faster than this is. So, yeah. Anyways, 1 more level, 400,000 XP, about 20 hours, and we are rolling. Oh, take a look at that. One last mega chat before we leave Jatiszo. Look at this guy. Full granite, even the granite sword and everything. An amulet of bloody fury, I think that is. An obsidian cape and a berserker helm. I mean, I aspire to be this guy one day. Shefu Zero, you are my hero. 225,000 ores bought, smelted, smithed, all done. And this is the final product of all of that. The last steel plate body. Oh boy, let's go. $88 smithing. Holy fucking hell, that took a long time. You can now make adamant plate bodies, rune medium helms, and runite crossbow bolts. And you know what? I have 5 adamantite bars right here. Let's go ahead and make that adamantite plate body. The last junk task on Jatiszo. And we are rolling out of here. It's done. I can leave Jatiszo. Look at that beautiful adamantite plate body. Oh my god, what a journey. I love it. This took even longer than Rellekker took in its entirety. I mean, I think it's around 400 hours, maybe closer to 500 hours that I've spent on Jatiszo so far. Killing ice trolls, 7,000 of them, smithing for like, I don't even want to think about how long it took. But anyways, we have the adamantite plate body. It's actually quite a big upgrade, like 20 defense bonuses over the mithril one. And that is not even the best part. I purposefully haven't shown you my bank during this whole smithing grind because I wanted you to enjoy the sight as much as I will. Just take a look at this, 12 million coins, the green cash stack, only in Rellekker and Jatiszo. I mean, that's just beautiful. I mean, like getting 88 smithing and making this much money off of it is just absolutely beautiful. But yeah, we have 12 mil cash. I don't know what the hell I'm going to use it on in the future. I guess if we get to Keldagrim, maybe I can just buy a shitload of gems or, I don't know, 12 million kebabs. I don't know. But anyways, this is all the adamant stuff that we have, all the chunk tasks. And for the first time, let's adorn ourselves in a full adamantite gear. Look at that. Mr. Green Rellekker himself. I love the look. And as for the other stuff, well, I am still missing 2 camo pieces. I don't know why Sergeant Damien hates me, but anyways, this is all the iron and coal I have left. Not really much at all. And for other stuff, just a little bit less than 1,000 sharks left. So I used maybe like 500 or 600 on the Liar teleports, and then I stopped using them because I wanted to have some sharks in the future, like for PBM stuff and stuff. So yeah, that is everything for the bank. All the chunk tasks are done. Everything is done. So I think it is finally time for us to roll. But before we do that, a quick word from this video sponsor, Mr. Ring Ring.
You know, I've watched this man grow, spend his life here, bust bots, anvils, and his ass day after day, and for what? A couple of pixels on his stat sheet look a little different. That kind of commitment deserves to be rewarded, so give the man a subscription. He made me a millionaire. He reported at least 100 technology-assisted ore buying accounts. He's even helped the local mining community with our little pest problem down there. Like the video and leave a nice comment. Now let's see him roll and get his stinky ass out of my town.
Welcome back to the Chunk Picker. It has been quite a while since we have been here. Recently unlocked May 1st is when we unlocked Jatiszo, so that is over 3 months ago. It is 7th of August at the moment. Yeah, it has been quite a while. But before we do anything here, let's go ahead and check the last tasks done here. Idiot smithing for an adamant plate body and melee beast body, adamant plate body. We have everything done here. All the framing tasks, all the best in slot items, all the skilling tasks, everything should be done, and obviously the long bone and the curved bone are also done, so everything 16 out of 16 are done. And because it has been so long since the last chunk roll, I think it is best just to kind of uptick all of these and go through what we have. So first of all, we have Waterbirth Island, and as you can see, I have marked this with a skull icon, meaning it is a death chunk, but it is not a death chunk just yet, because we can only kill Dagonauts at the moment. We cannot get through the gates before we have either 85 agility or rune throne access. So at the moment, it's not a really bad chunk, but in the future, it's going to be a death chunk once we unlock the ability to go through the gates. Then we have a Tsetteria right here. That is kind of a death chunk at the moment. We need 70 farming for this bush patch that we have here to plant a poison ivy seed, which we do have at the moment. And we have to do that with only this bush patch and then the hops patch that we have down here. So that is going to be quite a long thing to do. Luckily, I do have quite a lot of seeds from the ice troll grind. I have like at least 20 or 30 Jangaberry seeds and something like that. But it is anyways going to be quite brutal. Then in the Framnik Isles we have this little chunk, which is a death chunk, but as with the Waterbirth Island, it is not a death chunk just yet. There is one single runite rock right in the middle there, but you cannot access it and you cannot mine it before you complete the Framnik Isles. I actually thought you only need Nidisnot, but you do need the whole Framnik Isles stand, so I think we need this chunk as well to get into that runite rock. So at the moment this is just more ice trolls, nothing new I think, and in Nidisnot, well, there's not really made chunk tasks, but it is an amazing chunk to have. As you can see, there is a furnace and a range right next to the bank. There's a water source, there's some shops, there's yaks, there's all kinds of very good stuff in Nidisnot, so I would really like to have this chunk. It doesn't really have any big tasks, I think, just some crafting and such. So it's not too bad. Then down here we only really have some smaller little chunks unless we roll this one. The broken bridge is level 80 agility at the moment because we have access to the rellekker course, and you can get XP on this. I didn't think you could get XP on here, but you can get XP on this little bridge. So that is like at least a couple 100,000 hops over that little bridge. Hope we do not roll that just yet. That would be very brutal. Then down here we have Macrobber's Wood. Not really anything in there, I think. And similarly in Sinclair Mansion, there's only the quests that we can do until a certain point. And I guess it does have a range here, so we could get that crossbow string done. So that's something, I think, and more maple trees and something like that. And up here we only have bears, so that is 85 cooking to make a part wild pie. So not too bad, since we have access to the food shop on Jatiszo, it's not a bad grind at all. The bad thing with both of these chunks is that they both bring us closer to CS Village, which is kind of a death chunk, and obviously closer to the Belt of Death. But as you can see, there's really no way out of this Framnik region or the rellekker without going through the Belt of Death, because up here we are going only up until like here somewhere. We need some rock climbing boots to get through here, so that is not an option. Up here there's really no way to go anywhere. We can't go through Keldagrim, and in the islands there's really nothing here. And through here, well, there's Barbarian Assault, so let's not talk about that at all. So yeah, we are gonna get one of these grinds pretty soon, probably. Either Fishing Cape, Ranging Cape, Firemaking Cape, 87 Crafting, or the Fletching Cape, or 85 Farming. So yeah, that is going to be in the future. I don't want to think about that just yet. Let's go ahead and roll our new chunk. First one in 3 months. Oh, this is nerve-wracking. Okay, please give me something good. Give me something good here. What are we going to get? Ooh, Macrobber's Wood. Okay, that's not bad. So it doesn't seem like there's anything really there. How do I get... Okay. Yeah, it doesn't seem like... Yep, Nothing there. So the chunk picker doesn't give any tasks, so there's probably nothing there. But let's go ahead and check it out in the game anyways. Oh boy, it feels so good and so weird actually leaving Jatiszo really for the first time in 3 months. I don't think I have been even down here except for the bears that I killed like maybe in last episode I think. But yeah, I really haven't gone down here at all in the last 3 months because I really haven't had any reason. But let's go ahead here into the map. We are going to unlock Macrobus Wood. We do have our first fairy ring, so that is quite something. And it is kind of scary that it brings us right next to CS Village. Yeah, that is going to be a grind and a half. We are going to get access to magic, I think. Maybe. Hopefully. And also forestry and forestry kits and all sorts of things. But anyways, before we go too far ahead of ourselves, let's see what we have in Macrobus Wood. We have some guard dogs, I guess a slayer task possibility in the future. Some rotten tomatoes. Can I buy from the crate? Yes, we can. I don't know if that is a chunk task or not, but there you go. We have a rotten tomato. And then we seem to only have like oak trees and nothing too much. Dwell berries, that is a new item at least. Forest doesn't seem interested in talking to me. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's anything down here. Let's go into the gates. I think you can get there from back there somewhere. Let's see if we can get into this building. I have actually never been in this building, I think. Door is locked. Okay. I have no idea what's in there. But I know that we can go through these loose railings right here. And we can get ourselves some dwell berries. That is a new item. I guess we can kill one of the guard dogs. They probably don't really drop anything. There we go, guard dog go down, and we get bones, probably, yes, so nothing really there. And here we have the red wines, but I need a spade to dig it up, so yeah, I'm gonna get a spade and get some red wine worms, but there's really nothing too much in here. So yeah, that is kind of a free chunk. Obviously it does put us very close to the CS Village, which is terrifying, but it is what it is. Okay, back into the chunk picker we go. And here we are. Let's go ahead and add all of these chunks, the coal trucks, ranging guild, and CS Village. Let me fix these up real quick, like so. So we have the same 4 chunks up here, the same 2 chunks, or the same chunk here, and then we have coal trucks, probably really nothing there. Ranging guild, so we can get our first skill cape now if we roll that chunk. That is quite interesting. CS Village, and then Sinclair Mansion and the Fremenic Forest. We are making a really long Tetris piece here. Hopefully it doesn't get any longer than that just yet. But I guess we will just see. Roll a chunk, hope for nothing too bad. Please, no agility, no ranging guild just yet. Ooh, Nate is not. Okay, that is a good chunk. Okay, we have some tasks here. 46 crafting for a yak hide armor top. 556 wood cutting for splitting Arctic pine logs. What the hell does that even mean? I think that is for the Fremenic Isles, maybe. Then a yak hide armor top, yak hide armor legs as best in slots. That is pretty nice actually. We can get some real ranged armor. And then Fremenic Isles up to step 7. That is really cool. So we actually get some chunk tasks, finally. That is good. I really like the fact that we got needed now. Mainly this furnace and the range right next to the bank is going to be amazing. But let's go ahead and see it in the game. Oh baby, the other Fremenic Isle. And at the moment I really have to take some pride in the fact that I never misclicked on Maria Gunners here. When I was like, I have gone through this, like going to mod gunners maybe at least 1,000, maybe 2,000-3,000 times, and I never misclicked on Maria Gunner, so we should get a new music track here. Let's go to Needis Note, Volcanic Vikings, a new music track that is beautiful. Let's go ahead and see Needis Note for the first time. Oh, Needis Note? Needis, oh yeah, and I need to unlock it, sorry. That is Needis Note unlocked. Welcome, welcome, welcome. First of all, we have some yaks. That is beautiful. We have some yak hides, probably, and yak hair that we can then craft into some new armor. We have Arctic pines that we can cut down. Anything up here before I go into the village? Oh, we have a bridge. Is this an agility thing? I hope not. Okay, no agility XP here, and we have some more ice trolls. Hello there, haven't seen you in a while. And there's probably just more ice trolls up there, so nothing too much. Then we go back, and let's go into Needysnod, the town, for the first time. Hello and welcome to Needysnod. What do we have here? We have some bank chests. Obviously, that is gonna be super nice with these clay ovens and the range. I mean, that is the range, I think. And then the clay forge. So we have a really close by bank access to a clay oven and a clay forge. That is nice. And back here we have a spinning wheel. So that is something, I guess, if we want to spin like something. I don't know what we would spin here. I guess maybe we can now make the crossbow string. Let's actually see if we can do that first. So if this is actually a range, we should be able to get sinew out of this. Oh yes, nice. We have some sinew and we can make this into a crossbow string. We really can't make the crossbow just yet, but at least we have the string now. There we go, crossbow string made. That was not actually a chunk task, but it's pretty nice to have at least. Let's put it right there next to the limbs. There we go. Now we just need the mahogany stock, I think, and then we should have a full ready-made crossbow there. So first of all, we are going to continue the Fremennik Isles quest, which is pretty cool. Slap on our beautiful jester outfit and talk to Slug. What is up with your arm, dude? So I think we need to give him the code word, which is free stuff, please, if I remember correctly. Operative budgie. So now I'm a Thorto, a rellekker, and a budgie, I guess. Okay. Operative Nighthawk. You are one son of a bitch, aren't you? So what we need to do is go and spy on King Monis Burogar. Where is he located? Here. So we go and entertain him in the jester costume, and we need to spy on what they are talking about. Alright, let's see about this. By noon, if that was something, I missed what he said. Oh, fuck. Okay, I think I have everything. So let's just write it to day 17 something. Noon to bridges. I can't remember. Okay, let's see if we did anything correctly here. How does Thakra think Needysnod troops can be ready? 2 days. How many militia? 17. And how many bridges need repairing? 2 bridges. Oh, that's it? Okay, nice. So we got everything done here. 2.5k gold. Thank you so much. That is going to be a big addition to my cash stack. Operation Big Daddy. I mean, can I be the Big Daddy? And the last step I think here is to talk to Monis Burogar without the jester costume. And this is the one that has been honored with a Fremennik name. Yes, a name indeed. Thought so by those in Rellekker. Look how sad he looked. So yeah, the next step is repairing these 2 bridges, which we cannot do before we, unlock the chunk. So the Fremennik Isles is done for now. That is the chunk task completed for now. And as for the other chunk tasks, we are going to need 46 crafting and 56 wood cutting. We can do the wood cutting already. I think we just need an axe, maybe. Where's my axe? And we need to split the pine logs on this wood cutting stump, I think. So is it just, yep, make an Arctic pine split log. There we go. I didn't mean to make both of them, but there we go anyways. That is a chunk task done. And I saw that there was an option to do a shield. Can I do this? You don't know how to do this. Okay, so no. So now we just need 46 crafting for the yak hide top, I think. Let's see here. Armor at 46 is the yak hide body armor. We can already make the yak hide leg armor, but we're going to need the body armor as well. So 46 crafting, 3 levels shouldn't be that bad. I do have some gems, I think, from the mining grind and others, so we can start with this. Well, we are going to get the level 44 right there. We just need 2 more levels and I have to figure out a way to get some XP. I can always go back to rellekker, do some clay mining and pottery, but that is not really interesting, I think. But I think I can do the yak hide legs. So I guess I'll have to go and kill these yaks and get some hair. Or unless we have access to the yak hide store on Jatiszo now. I think I'm going to go and check that out as well. And this is actually pretty huge. I didn't even realize, but we can get some needles and balls of wool and thread from here. So these are going to be necessary for the yak hide crafting, obviously. But I think a needle is also required for the elemental workshop, which is not that far away. We can basically roll CS village already. So yeah, getting the needle here is really, really good. And we can also get a lot of balls of wool. But, you know, we have like 4.4 thousand balls of wool almost, so I guess I don't really need to buy any of those. But yeah, the needle, the threads and everything is really, really good for us. Just look how much cooler it looks when I have the adamant plate body. The whole like green set with the green boots and gloves and the adamant. It's so good, it's so good. Yup, miles. That's a ring. 320 coins added to the cash tag. Thank you so much. Let's take these yak hides here to Thakkarad Sigmundsson. Craft the goods. Cure my yak hide, please. 5 GP per hide. Cure everything. There we go. And we have cured our yak hide. So we can make this into yak hide leg armor. 32 XP per. So I really need to kill like hundreds of these if I want to get that. If I really want to get 46 crafting out of these. But anyways, that is a chunk task done. We have equipped ourselves some yak hide legs. Our best in slot range armor, not too bad. So they are plus 10 range bonus, so that is nothing to scoff at, I think. When our best in slot previously was, I think, the green skirt. So yeah, these are definitely much nicer. Now, let's see if we have access to the yak hide store or not just yet. I don't think so, Van Liga. Yeah, it is later up in the quest when we are collecting the taxes here, then she opens up the yak hide store, so unfortunately not really available yet. It is a decent crafting method in the future if we get that, but for now we don't really have access to that, so I guess I am going back to rellekker, doing some pottery to get ourselves to 46 crafting. Actually, now that I think about it, this is taking ages. 38 XP per a plant pod when I have flax right there. And I have the spinning wheel right here. So I am just going to pick up all the flax there, bring them back here, spin them into bowstrings, go back and do this again and again and again until we hit 46 crafting. Shouldn't take too long, maybe like an hour or two. And actually part 2, I am going to kill some yaks now that I think about it. Because you can turn the yak hair into rope as well as making the yak hide into yak hide legs, you can get 57 experience of crafting per a yak killed, while a bowstring is only like 15 experience. So each yak is like almost 4 bowstrings worth of crafting experience. So I only need to kill like 160, 170 yaks. So I'm definitely going to do with that because, you know, we are in Nidisnod. This is my new area. I really want to try all the content out here. So I'm going to kill 170 yaks here instead of picking like 600 flax. Yaks, flax, it rhymes. There we go. First full inventory of yak hide and yak hair. Gotta love it. Let's go ahead and cure all of this yak hide, turn all of the hides into ropes. And that should be like only 10 or 11 more trips of these and we should be done with 46 crafting, so not too bad of a grind, I think. So let's actually see if this even works. Spin rope from yak hair, I suppose. Yep, 25 crafting each. That is actually quite a lot. And rope is always useful for a lot of quests and stuff like that, so yeah, it's gonna be handy, I guess. And obviously the cured yak hides will turn into yak hide legs, which then can be sold for a decent amount, so better than dropping all of the bowstrings on the ground, I suppose. Actually, part 3, I have these 900 seaweeds saved up from the ice troll grind in Jatiszo. And there is a sand pit right here in rellekker, very, very close by the boat to the Nidisnod. like right here. So I might as well just make all of this into molten glass. If I make them all into molten glass, that is like 18k crafting XP, which is more than enough for level 46. And now with the furnace and the range so close to the bank here, this is going to be just very fast to make all of this into soda ash and then make all of the soda ash and sand into glass. So this is definitely the way to go. I'm not sure why I didn't think about this sooner, but yeah, this is what I'm going to be doing for 46 crafting. For the sand, I'm just gonna buy some empty bucket packs. I guess like 5 of them. I really don't care about the cash. I have too much cash for this stuff. So there we go, 6 bucket packs, 600 buckets. Maybe buy a couple more here. That should be enough for 46 crafting, I think, and then I can just refill all of these later if I need to. So I'm making all of the hair into rope that I got from the yaks, and that is going to be 45 crafting, 1 more level, and that is done. Might as well just make all of these. I'm not going to use the hair for anything else, so just some free crafting XP right here. And that is it, the final level 46 crafting. You can now craft orbs and yak hide body armor. Didn't take too long at all, maybe like an hour or 2 or something. So yeah, we are done with crafting. Let's go ahead and make the body armor. Let me just see here, some cured yak hide. I think you need 2 of them, and a needle and some thread. And let's go ahead and make the yak hide body armor. There we go, best in slot task and the crafting task as well done. And let's see what it looks like. Oh, Jesus Christ, that is a look and a half, isn't it? I mean, I look like the cards. I didn't even realize they are using yak hide armor as well. But yeah, that is a very interesting look for my best in slot ranging stuff. But yeah, it gives plus 10 ranging attack bonus and some defense bonuses, so that is something, alright. Oh, and with the full ranging gear, with the bow and the archer's helmet, oh, this is looking sick, dude. I mean, it's not really even a bad look. This is like a real Viking cosplay look, I think. I quite like it. But yeah, that was everything for Needisnot. I will meet you back in the chunk picker. Here we are. First of all, let's cross off all of these. 46 crafting, the yak hide top and the yak hide legs. Everything done in Needisnot. Not a bad chunk at all. And we get a lot of good resources from there. And we get this top half of the Fremic Isles now rollable. Let me just put all of these into order once again. Everything is going to shift up by 1. We now have 10 rollable chunks. Pretty much the same as last time. Nothing really has changed. There's really nothing in that top half of the Fremic Isles just yet. So yeah, I guess we're just going to pick a chunk. Woo! Push the button. And what do we get? What do we get? What do we get? Sinclair Mansion. Number 9. Okay, that is not bad. That is not bad at all. We are gonna get just a murder mystery up to step 3, talk to a gossip. So there's really nothing there in this chunk. Just a little bit of a quest progression. That is pretty good. Let's go ahead and check it in the game. So here we are right next to the border of Sinclair Manor. Let's go ahead and unlock it. And first of all, we have Follow the Bard for master clues. If you have any master clue steps that require a specific item to show to Follow the Bard, that is a new thing that we can do. But obviously we don't have any master clues for a long time probably. Then we have this beautiful little bench area right here. That is soul soothing. I think this is a very beautiful area. And as for something new, we have willow trees. I don't think we have had willow trees before anywhere. Yeah, I don't really see any icons for willow trees. They show up as like those little droopy kind of trees on the map, as you can see here. So yeah, I think these are new for us. No chunk tasks because we have maple already. And then across the bridge we have the Sinclair Manor, and anything else in here. Well, there's a new fairy ring, obviously. Not really in any way significant to us just yet, but we do have a new fairy ring CJR right here, and we can access this little bit of land that we have unlocked previously, and there's exactly 2 wolves and a tree and nothing else. As for this side of the chunk, we have the manor. We have some dairy cows, some normal cows, some chickens, a water source, some dead trees, and I think we have a couple of fishing spots down here. Yes, salmon fishing spots. Not too crazy. And then the manor itself. Let's go ahead and talk to the gossip. Is this where we start the quest? No, it's the guard that we need to talk to start the quest. Okay, some kind of a commotion up in Sinclair Manor. Yes, I can start this quest by talking to the guard outside of Sinclair Manor. Let's go ahead and do that and start murder mystery. Oh, it is terrible. Lord Sinclair has been murdered. We don't have any clues as to who or why. If you're gonna help us, we will be very grateful. Obviously, yes, sure, I will help and start the murder mystery quest. Look around and investigate who is responsible. I will do that, exactly. So I guess we are starting off by investigating the murder scene. Right here, there's a blood on the floor and a criminal's dagger. Doesn't seem sturdy enough to have killed Lord Sinclair. Then we have some bookcases. We have the pungent pot. Lord Sinclair was drinking from this before he died. Alrighty. And there should be one more clue in the smashed window. Some threads have been got on a loose nail. That is a blue kind of thread from the criminal's clothes. And that is all the clues in the murder scene itself. We have 6 different suspects here. All of them have some sort of a silver item that we need to collect and check if they match the fingerprints on the criminal's dagger. First of all, we take Anna's silver necklace right here. Here we have Bob's silver cup, Carol's silver bottle. Here we have David's silver book. That is a weird thing to be made out of silver. Here's Elizabeth's silver needle. And finally Frank's silver pot. So now we need to figure out which of these items match the fingerprints on the criminal's dagger. And this is, I think, different for all players. So let's go outside into the garden shed and get some fly paper from there. As you approach the gate, the guard dog starts barking loudly at you. There is no way an intruder could have gone through here. That is good to know, I suppose. That means that it has to be an inside job. And here in the gardener's shack there is some fly paper in this sack, so we are taking a lot of it. And then we can get some flour here from the kitchen. And you need something to put the flour in, obviously. Back to rellekker. Alrighty, I'm back with some pots, and we have some pots of flour. That is actually a new resource for us, which is pretty cool. That means we can make some pies maybe in the future for some boosting purposes. But as for the quest, all we need to do right now is use the flour on the items, get the fingerprints and attach the fingerprints into the fly papers, and then just match up the correct fingerprint to the criminal's dagger. Okay, first of all, Frank, is it you? No, this is the useless fingerprint. It is not Frank. How about Elizabeth? Ooh, second one. The fingerprints are an exact match to Elizabeth's. So Elizabeth is the murderer probably here. Okay, so it is Elizabeth. I guess we can drop everything else here except for Elizabeth's needle. Yeah, okay, so we can drop everything else except for the killer's print and Elizabeth's print as well. And I am actually gonna keep this silver necklace right here, because this is a unique kind of cosmetic that you cannot get after the quest. You can only get it during the quest, and if you want to keep it, then you have to keep it during the quest. And this is the final step of the quest so far for us. We need to talk to Gossip, and who do you think was responsible? I suspect it was someone closer to home, especially as I heard a poison salesman in CS Village. So now we need to go to the CS Village to talk to the poison salesman, which is here in the pub, and we obviously cannot do that. So that is it for the chunk task for us in this chunk. If we get to CS Village, then we can complete Murder Mystery, but for now it is done. But yeah, that was everything for Sinclair Manor for now. Let's go ahead back to the chunk picker and keep rolling more chunks. Alright, Murder Mystery up to step 3 is done, the only chunk task, and that enables us to roll the max cape chunk. Let's just see, yep, nothing else. So we get the ability to roll the max cape chunk right here. Obviously not the max cape part of it, just this little sliver of land here. But yeah, maybe in the near future of maybe 25 years later we can get a max cape, I don't know. But anyways, that is it, 10 chunks to roll. Let's go ahead and pick a new one, don't we? Everything else should be pretty much the same as before, so pick a chunk. And we land on the Fremenic Forest, number 10. Okay, that is not too bad. Only one chunk task, 85 cooking, make a pot wild pie from, oh, where did I go? From raw bear meat. That is interesting. I mean, I do have some raw bear meat in my bank, but I didn't really have access to those because they were not in my chunks before, but now they are. Yeah, so yeah, that's because we now have flour from the barrel as well. So we can make the pastry dough and we can self-make the pie dish as well. And now we can have some bear meat. So 85 cooking for a pot wild pie. Interesting. Let's go ahead and check it out in the game. Here's the chunk, Reminic Forest, I think it was called. We have an agility shortcut, level 48 for a lock balance, and the swaying tree that is used in the Reminic trials to make yourself a liar if you don't get it from land 6, which I did. But yep, we have these bears right here. This is the spawning place for them. And I guess there's really nothing else here, just some oak trees, some dead trees, the lock balance that we cannot use, and that is pretty much it. Well, we have a fox. That is new. And to nobody's surprise, the fox is going to drop only bones. Yep. So no new unlocks there. And there also is an unicorn spawn, so we can get some unicorn horns. Obviously can't really do anything with those because we don't have access to Herblord just yet, but at least we can get some horns and some bunnies. I guess we can get some raw rabbit meat as well. And a Dougal leaves spawn here under the swaying tree. There's the raw rabbit. None of these are really all that interesting or useful. And then we have the swaying tree, but we cannot get liars before we get that chunk over there, because we need the golden fleeces from Lolly to make into the strings. So yeah, nothing too interesting here, just the bear meat to make a pot wild pie at 85 cooking, right there. And I am at the moment 80 cooking, so that is 5 levels that I need to grind out. I do have a method planned out for this, so it shouldn't be too bad. Let's just get a couple of bear meats here and then we can start cooking. So first of all, I'm gonna need some pie shells, so I'm gonna hand make these from wet clay, shape them up and fire them up, and there's a pie dish. So then we just make a couple of pastry doughs right there, slap them in here, and that is a pie shell that we now need 85 cooking to make into a pot wild pie. And luckily I did not use all of the sharks for the liar teleports. I have 206k cooking XP stored up in here. Probably a little bit less because I'm gonna burn some and I don't really have any other uncooked fish, but this is gonna be like maybe 160, 150k XP or something, which we can obviously use the beautiful new furnace on the range that we have access to on Needis Node to cook all of them. 1,096,000 XP remaining until 85 cooking. I guess I will be cooking here for a while. Well, unfortunately, that is all the time I have for you today in this episode. Thank you so much for watching. Next episode, we will be rolling some more chunks, so make sure you like the video and subscribe so you won't miss the future chunk rolls. It'll only take like a couple of days to get this 85 cooking, so I am back to chunk rolling very soon. Also, a big thank you to all the channel members who keep the channel going. In the steel tier, we have Selmalate, Tidus, Grayson, Kai, Digidog, SP, and Farcasted. And in the Runa tier, we have Northern Ironman and Acorns to Earth. Thank you so much to all of you for being channel members. If you are interested in channel memberships, there is a link down in the description. Go ahead and check them out. But with all that said, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next episode.